Okay, y'all, here goes nothing. I hope that this video ends up showing up well and that I stay in focus, or just even in the range where you can see. I recorded this video before, but I messed up the format somehow. Hold on, I'm actually gonna fix that. There we go. With the way that I recorded it, the video wasn't set right, and so I said, you know what, when I have time, I'm just gonna start all over. And so that's what I did. So I'm gonna show you guys a brief, just do like a brief video of how I set up my Moleskine Expanded. I'm using this for my planner, journal, book reviews. It's really just a catch-all. And so I will show you my monthly spread, my monthly memory calendar, and how I do my weeklies as well as my dailies. And then I do have some notes pages in the back, which I have some pen test stuff going on back here, which I should have left way more room for that. I don't know why I didn't, but I'm gonna have to add some more pages to that. And then like pen tests for ones that work on black paper, I just stuck that in there. And then, excuse me, my books read. And I started this notebook in, oh, I thought I had it on the back of here, but I started it in, I think, November of 2023. And so I was still tracking books that I read at the end of last year. And then I just made a line to delineate when it's books that I've read from 2024. And then I've got a page for online orders, and then I've got some financial stuff that I keep track of in my planner. And then in the very back, I have an index. And so things for my personal therapy will have a little black, I'm trying to find an example to show you all of where I have marked something. And what that looks like. I don't even know if I have one there we go. So, oh, I don't want to share that, sorry. Let's see if I have one. Gosh, I can't find one where I've marked. But anyway, so what I would do is just basically, like, let's say this page was a book review, I would put a pink mark right there. Or if it was a special memory, I'd put a blue mark right there. Or if it was therapy, it'd have a black mark right there. So, darn, oh, there's a good example. That was some therapy stuff that I was working on. And so I put, or some notes I took when I was doing therapy. So I put a little black mark there. Yeah, and then I had something else, but I didn't want to share that. Okay, so anyway, that's my back pages. That's all I have in the back for now. And I just put a stapled a piece of fabric in here to mark where I start my notes pages, and left myself just a few. But, you know, you can always add to it. I mean, yeah, I don't get too uptight or too particular about stuff like that. So anyway, let's jump into it. This is the front. This sticker is from Pocket Journal Pam. I purchased that off Etsy. One of my dear friends gave me this, and it's actually like one of those iron-on patches, but I hadn't thought of really what I could iron it on yet. Although I definitely, now that I'm thinking about it, I was like, oh, that would have been so cute on one of my tote bags. But I hadn't put it on anything yet, and I was like, that would be so cute on my planner, and I love the patch, so I just stuck it on here. I wonder if I could repurpose it and still put it on my bag. Anyway, TBD. And then this is from Planner Monkey Co. Is that right? Yeah, Planner Monkey Co. Happiness is an inside job. I don't remember where I got this Island of the Cat card from, but y'all know how much I love my cats. And I don't remember where I got that from, but I stuck it there because I love it. And then on the back, a couple of stickers. That's from Moody Cats Design Co. Don't remember where I got this from. It was a freebie from somewhere. Maybe Planner Monkey Co. And then this sticker, the God on the mountain is still God in the valley. I don't remember where I got that from. I think I picked it up somewhere local. I love this page so much because I started a washi scrap page, and at first I was like, mine don't look as cute as I've seen people that have done this before. But now that I've added more, like the washi scraps collage is really coming along. I think it is so cute, and I love this. This was a cutout from a digital collage that I purchased from Pocket Journal Pam, and so I love that. No peeking in my journal. And then I've just got some sticky notes, tab, more sticky notes, and with my measurements for how I do my calendars. and some stuff about the period tracker that I use. Yeah, and then another little tab. Okay, so moving right along. Okay, yeah, so I started this in November. So, and then once the new year started, and it's still a work in progress, but I started my cover page for 2024, cover pages, and I do think I'm going to add some more to this, but at the time I was just like, I need something to delineate between when 2023 ended and when 2024 started. So that's what we got there. I've added in some book challenges, not sure how much or how little I'm going to do of them, but I really enjoy kind of checking out some of the prompts and plugging in books where I can. I'm very much an emotional reader, so I don't really go based off of the prompts, but after I read something, so I kind of go backwards. I'm like, okay, will this book fit in any of these prompts? And then I'll put it in there. And then another challenge that I love, I went ahead and added in, is the free Black Women's Library Reading Challenge. Oh, this one is the Stacks, clearly. The Stacks podcast. You can find them on Instagram, the free Black Women's Library. You can find on Instagram as well. There are different chapters. This reading challenge comes from the inaugural, well, not, would you say inaugural? I don't know, but like the primary, the very first free Black Women's Library started this. So I'm really looking forward to doing some of these again this year. It's been maybe 2 years since I've actively participated in a reading challenge. And moving right along, so then we go into my monthly spreads. And so I print a calendar to mark when the month starts, and this is the freebie from SM Plans from her Facebook group. And then my period tracker, my beloved period tracker, I use this every single month faithfully. This is a freebie from Getting This Life Together, and I think now she has some more options that you can actually purchase or through a Patreon maybe, but check her out on at Getting This Life Together on Instagram. And again, this is a freebie that she offers, so I print this every month, just kind of feeling the moon phases. And then I use the 3 boxes like morning, midday, night, evening, or night. And so I track my mood, and then I put like any symptoms that I have going on. Sometimes I may make a note about a specific medication that I took. And each of the colors represent something for me. And I had a key when I first started doing this, but now I know I just have a few, maybe like 4 or 5 colors that I use. So I have them down to memory. So this is so helpful in kind of seeing patterns with my mood and my physical health in relation to my full 28-day menstrual cycle. It's really, really helpful. And I found that I reference this a lot in my own therapy because it just really helps me with understanding myself, my body, my emotions. And because of that awareness, it helps me to better cope, I would say. All right, next is my beloved, one of my favorite things to do, which is my memory calendar that is actually up to date. It is a miracle. Sometimes I get a few days behind, which is fine. I was going to see if, excuse me, but I'm trying to also make sure I don't have anything personal. I had some stuff covered before when I recorded, and then I didn't, it didn't work out. And so I don't know if I took stuff off. Oh, there is an example of one of my completed period trackers. December was rough. My cycle for December was really, really rough. Okay, so here's a great example, and also one where I've marked out things that I don't want to share, but this is what a full monthly memory calendar looks like. And I love it so much. I just love the way that these turn out. So I just wanted to kind of show an example of what that looks like when I'm done. I might just put one word. I might put just a sticker, or this day I didn't remember anything, so I just put a question mark. And sometimes I'll leave it blank. Sometimes I might, put a phrase, a quote, one word. It's really a spot to just release your creativity and just do whatever you want to do. Write down whatever you want to remember or keep track of. So yeah, so this is what I've got going on for January, and I added these cutouts, printables. I added those, which are also pocket journal Pam. I'm obsessed with her artwork. As you can see, I've just printed some more, which I am running out of ink, so I need to get some, because these colors this actually looks a little bit differently, but I'm gonna get some ink and then reprint them, but still super cute. So check her out on Etsy. She's not on any social media, I don't think, but she's on Etsy, so check her out if you're not already familiar with her. So yeah, here's what this is looking like. Again, love this spread so much. Next, we're gonna go to my regular like appointment calendar. And before, I think in November is when I really started only using a vertical calendar for my appointments. And I'm still trying that out right now. Not 100% sold on it, but I do want to continue, once again, making sure I don't have any really personal stuff. Okay, I do want to continue, sorry, just in case. Right now, I'm going to continue with the vertical calendar, but I have been considering going back to this type of calendar for my, like a more traditional calendar for my appointments, just because I think it's easier for me to, it's just so much easier for me to look at, you know, a calendar like this and be like, okay, I've got this day, or let me write this down for this day. But just for like, I think for, well, I was going to say more functional, but this actually is probably more functional for me. I think time is a part of it, and ease. It's just so easy to just draw a couple of lines and, you know, like write down, you know, the days of the dates and days of the week, and like what appointments or birthdays or things that I have going on. And so anything that's in yellow are bills that are due, and then I do events and birthdays. I did them in green this month. I think in prior months I've done them, in pink, or any like really special events. And then just regular appointments and like routine appointments and stuff that I have, that just goes in like plain ink. So again, still kind of playing around with that, but I do like that it's just so easy to just draw out, just so easy to draw those vertical lines, and I'm done, basically. I was gonna use that to show we'll go to my weekly now, and let's actually do this present week. Yeah, and then I'll go back and show you actually I can show you my weekly and what a weekly and a daily looks like. Beginning with this week. So because I think today was my first day journaling all week, actually like writing some things out. It actually has been kind of a busy start to the week for me. And it was a busy end to the week last week. So now we're getting started with, so I just did my weekly spread today. So I do a very basic weekly spread. This is what it looks like. I actually I have a stamp that resembles this that I was using every week. I just stamp it and go. And then I just kind of got tired of even pulling that out. Listen, like I said, I'm in my functional era these days. And so now I just grab my little ruler, draw it out, mark my days, or put my days in there, put my dates. And then here I condense this down to like week-specific appointments, week-specific holidays, birthdays, or special events. I don't put any of my bill stuff here. Now, sometimes I might put like significant payment things like quarterly taxes or something like that, which I didn't even do. That was due today, I think, yesterday, which I already paid them. Not that y'all need to know, but that's normally something that I would write down. That's like a large expense. When property taxes are due, that's something I would write down even on my weekly spread. Otherwise, my bill related stuff, that only goes on my regular like monthly calendar. So yeah, that's what that looks like. And then I do a week specific to-do list off to the side. And so you kind of see that here, and I mark those off as I go. And then if there are any that are left and not marked off, of course, I just migrate them to the next week. But yeah, so this brings me to my dailies. And so kind of similar to my weeklies, I put my day specific, or I put a header, and I switch that up. And so that looks different, kind of just depending on how I feel. So I'll put my header with the day, the date, and then I put my day specific to-dos. I do put day specific appointments here. Sometimes I put day specific holidays here, as well as any other like really important things that I might have going on that day. And then I just write down, journal if I want to. Sometimes I don't journal at all. So this is actually a really good one to share, where again, the end of the week was really busy for me. And so I did not do any journaling. I just, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all I got down was, well, ended up doing a little bit of journaling on Friday over here and on the other side. But yeah, I just was writing down my to-dos, and again, you can see here's one thing that I didn't do that I actually still need to do. So then I can just migrate that to, whether I want to migrate it to a specific day or just put it on my weekly, which I need to do that. And sometimes I doodle in here. Sometimes I tip in things that I receive. Like sometimes I add magazine clippings. Just gonna show you some other things that I might tip in. Oh, here's a really cool, this was a magazine clipping that I added in and just put this quote here that one of my friends sent me. And sometimes here's a good example of something that I am doing, a mood in music, and I'll just print these little pictures of different, songs or albums that I'm listening to and pop that in there. And if there's ever a time that I need more room, like it's very rare extremely rare that I, trying to find, there's an example. It's very, very rare that I plan ahead. Usually I just do like a day at a time, but every blue moon I will plan ahead. And if I ever do and need more room to write something, I just tip it in. Just take a piece of paper and tip it in. So it's not a big deal, as you can see there. And that's Coffee Monsters Co. washi tape that I used to tip in this additional writing. And I just put the date and continued and call it. Okay, and this is from Pocket Journal Pam. She sent this card along with my order with her artwork. So freaking cute. If she ever makes some postcards, best believe I'm going to be buying them. And I made a little note there, happy mail. There's her card. And my friend sent me that. She painted that, and she sent me that a while ago. I have so many like of these really cute like deco, almost like scrap paper paintings and stuff that she has gifted me. And so every now and then I'll just pull one out and like add it to my journaling or whatever. So yeah, that sums up how I use my planner. And I have also been using the Moleskine Daily, which I am loving so much. It's really cool to have these like condensed daily pages where I can just pop out some highlights and also decorate it and make it look cute. Yeah, this has been really, really, really fun. I will talk more about that some other time. I don't want to do too much. Like I said, this is just kind of a short video. So yeah, that sums that up. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm glad to finally get this out there. Like I said, I had been planning to get this out long before now, but I needed to re-record it, and just now I have the time. So thanks. I hope you guys like it. If you have any questions, feel free to drop those below. Bye.